Dear listeners, a very good evening and welcome back to Friday Night Fusion, the new sound of Great Britain, broadcasting live and interactive on 93.5 FM, Unity FM across Birmingham and surrounding areas both nationally and internationally on www.unityfm.net and around the UK across all of our media partner agencies. Now, the Mughal Empire, a very significant part in history. It's something that a lot of people take a huge amount of interest in. We've had emails from you on a regular basis talking about how you would like to hear a bit more on Friday Night Fusion about history and what history can really teach us, I suppose, and what wonderful things we can find when we look back over the ages and over different civilizations. Well, at the moment, there is currently an exhibition taking place on Mughal India itself. The arts, the culture, and of course the empire itself. I'm happy to say that joining me on the line, I have Malini Roy, who is the visual arts curator at the British Library, and they're currently showcasing this particular exhibition at the moment. Hi, Malini, thank you very much for joining us today on Friday Night Fusion.
Hi, thank you for having me on your show.
First and foremost, before we talk about this exciting exhibition itself and what wonders it has to offer, the British Library, who are you? What do you do?
Well, the British Library is located in London, and we are the national collection for Great Britain. And aside from having every single printed publication printed in the UK, we also have an amazing collection of both Western manuscripts, Mughal manuscripts, as well as sound recordings. We're a very diverse institution.
Mm-hmm. Now, you're currently showcasing this particular exhibition at the moment regarding Mughal India. What is it all about?
Well, the exhibition from the title is called Mughal India, Art, Culture and Empire, and it focuses on the Mughal dynasty, which ruled from the 16th through the 19th century. And the exhibition showcases 15 major Mughal emperors who ruled during this period, their dynamic history, but more importantly, their artistic patronage and output. And most people, when they think about the Mughal Empire, they may think of the Taj Mahal, but we wanted to look beyond the Taj Mahal and showcase what else the Mughals were interested in.
Now, of course, the Mughal Empire is not something that we look at and immediately say completely male-dominated. I believe that there's also a bit in the exhibition regarding the Mughal princesses.
Yes, throughout the exhibition we've brought to life several of the key Mughal ladies of the household, whether they're married to the Mughal emperors or they're the children, the daughters of some of the emperors. And we're quite pleased because in our collection we have, manuscripts that belong to some of the Mughal women, but also works written by Mughal women, including an account on saints written by one of the princesses, one of the daughters of the Emperor Aurangzeb.
Now, when you look at the Mughal Empire itself, obviously we grow up in the UK, we're very used to British culture, and even in our schools to a certain extent it has been argued that history in some respects, perhaps at a more basic level, does tend to be quite Europe-centric and focused on Europe. What do you think we can actually gain as individuals, as people who want to learn a bit more from history, specifically the history of India?
Well, actually the exhibition is a really good starting point to learn about one empire, one of the major Islamic dynasties that ruled over a Hindu majority. And it's quite a nice glimpse into, the history of India and these ruling powers and who these men were and what they achieved. And I believe within the current school curriculum, world history isn't, I'm not really sure because I'm not an educator, what kind of a role it plays. But I know we've had a lot of school children and, different school groups have signed up to come to the exhibition to learn and explore Mughal India.
Now, of course, without giving too much away, because we do want people to go out there and check out your exhibition there in London, but what do you think will be the most interesting findings that people will come across? What sort of things have people been saying to you as things that they perhaps didn't exactly think of or know before actually attending the exhibition?
Well, the exhibition, first of all, will show different portraits of the different rulers of the Mughal Empire. But then, aside from looking at portraits and learning bits about their lives, the exhibition also showcases some of the rarer manuscripts that we have in our collection. And, there are interesting accounts that we have, including a volume on pigeon keeping and pigeon breeding, which, when you think of great dynasties and great rulers, you don't automatically think of more daily activities and their interests. And we've got volumes on garden keeping, how to be a gentleman, and very interesting accounts on daily life. But if you were a wealthy Mughal ruler or a member of the nobility. But the exhibition also brings to life the different types of or the school of Mughal painting. And we show, the interest in developing this new artistic tradition and how it completely dominates Mughal history.
Now, if people want to find out a little bit more about the exhibition, or indeed if they want to book tickets to actually attend it, do you have a website that they could visit?
Yes, it's www.bl.uk/Mughal India, and it has images, a bit about the exhibition, tickets, and the opening times.
So people can go onto that website and find out all the information. Are the tickets selling quite quickly? I presume that they must be going off like hotcakes there.
I personally am not sure because I'm not in the box office, but I believe you can still walk in and book tickets, or you can book them in advance. So it's really entirely up to the visitor. And also, as part of the exhibition, we do have an audio guide for anyone who wants a little bit more information about the exhibition as they walk through, and it provides some of the highlights with additional information.
That's absolutely fantastic, and I suppose that would also be quite useful for those people who are perhaps visually impaired or may have some form of a disability and may not be able to fully appreciate perhaps the visual aspect of the exhibition.
Exactly. It's a wonderful addition to the exhibition.
We certainly do look forward to many of our listeners getting in touch and letting us know how they found the exhibition. But Malini Roy from the British Library, thank you very much for joining us on Friday Night Fusion.
Thank you.